Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Caitlin if you're new here, and if you're not, welcome back. I love you. Today's video is just gonna be like a chit chat, get ready with me. I have some things I wanna talk about, but like it's not that serious, and we're just gonna talk and get ready together. These really are some of my like favorite videos to make because I can just like talk and I can just like be myself, and while like doing something that I like, which is doing my makeup. It's just kind of therapeutic. So even if this video gets like 1 view, just know I'm having fun, and that's really all that matters. Recently, I've been listening to audiobooks at work, which is something that I like couldn't do for a long time because I'm a big podcast girly, and I can only listen to podcasts from people that I've like watched on YouTube forever, like people I know the voices of, basically. Like I have to know your voice to be able to pay attention like while I'm doing something else. And that was like obviously a very select group of people, but slowly it's like growing and evolving, and I'm able to like have more people in my podcast circle so I can get through the day. Like I work like 10 hours a day or 9 hours a day, so I need a lot of content. I need a lot of podcasts. That's like 9 or 10 podcasts a day, and there's no way I still don't hit that, but at least I'm a lot closer now than I was. And slowly I've been able to start listening to like new people, new different podcasts, and like grow my circle. And through that I've gotten used to hearing like newer people's voices, people I haven't like been watching for forever on YouTube, and people's voices that I'm like not super familiar with but I like kind of know. And that led me to audiobooks, but not any audiobooks, specifically memoirs, because especially ones that are read by the author. The ones I've read so far are Julia Fox's Down the Drain and Pamela Anderson's Love, Pamela. They're both amazing, and if you haven't read them, you need to, but I'm gonna talk about them. So if you don't want spoilers, you don't already know these things, go read them, come back. I don't know. Anyway, I love this new era of listening to audiobooks and memoirs, specifically because memoirs are like a book where I wouldn't necessarily buy it, not because I like don't want to support the person that wrote it, because I do, but just because like I have limited bookshelf space, and I feel like memoirs are so short. They're like, I don't know, like they're not something you usually like reread, so I never buy them. And now that I can actually like focus on audiobooks and actually like make it through and pay attention, it has been life-changing, because now I can read all these books that I didn't want to buy but that I like was curious to read, and actually like take in the information and like be not a degenerate that listens to 10 hours of podcasts a day. But reading these 2 memoirs has been really inspiring. I found out that I love listening to like girls talk about their life, because I feel like I've just always like read like life books that are written by men, and it's like it is truly so different. It's such a different experience to like be a girl, and girlhood is like very real, and it's just so different. And I never like really related if I read like lifestyle books or like personal whatevers by men, but I really relate to like these books, not like because my life is similar in any way really, but just because like the things they were doing, the things they were thinking, and like their like thought processes, and like what they were going through at every age, and like all the feelings. It's like, wow, this was literally me, you know? I don't know if that's like a controversial thing to say. I don't really think it is. I think if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. I'm probably not saying it the best way, but girlhood is a real experience, and it's so different. Like when I was reading Julia Fox's book, even though my life never ever got to the degree of like craziness that hers has, just like the feelings that she was feeling, and like her friendships, like her girl friendships, like I really related to those. And just like I don't know how to describe it. Like it is just, girlhood is so precious, and I never like, you can always tell when girls like exit girlhood to go into like this masculine world, And it makes me sad because girlhood is like full of creativity. It's full of like happiness and light and connection. And I feel like you can just always tell when people lose sight of that, when girls lose sight of that. And it makes me sad. And I have definitely been there, done that. Like, I spent so many years of my life, like, just mainly talking to guys, like, being a fucking pick-me, basically, just because it felt like comfier. And I always just, I don't know, it's just so different. Like, the connection to girls is so different than connection to guys. And like, honestly, I'm just like rambling. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. I'm not really trying to say anything. But if you know what I'm trying to talk about, then you know, please comment so someone else can put my thoughts into better words than I can, and we can talk about it, because I really do want to talk about it and I just don't know how to put it into words. But girlhood is precious and I love it, and I want to be a girl's girl. I want to have like tons of girlfriends and be surrounded by girls for the first time in my life, basically. Anyways, Pamela Anderson, I watched her documentary when it came out, as should all of us. And it really surprised me, as a lot of other people probably too, that she was like really sweet and really like deep and not how the media portrayed her, which, I mean, duh, the media didn't portray her well. But she's just like such a little sweetheart. And like I don't know, the way she like captures her life is so beautiful and it's so inspiring. And like the way both of them just like lived their life, like they just went with it. I think that's the thing I'm trying to get across, or like the thing I'm trying to dive into, is that like reading these books brought me back to like when I was like a kid or even like a teenager, and I was like, I still am pretty like young, dumb, and naive, but like even more so. And I think that like to follow your dreams, you really need to like hold on to that. You need to hold on to the young dumbness and just fucking go for it, because like 9 times out of 10 when you just go for something, like it's gonna work unless you give up. But like if you keep going, like life is long. You have so much time to dive into every single one of your interests and explore them thoroughly. You just can't do all of them at once. Just choose something and do it. Give it your all, give it 100%, dive into it completely and get lost in the sauce. Yeah, that's the feeling I want to get across. Like being in touch with yourself, being in touch with your interests, being like fully connected to yourself and fully connected to girlhood, fully connected to other girls is like the key to life as like a young adult, because that is like everything. And I'm at like a point now where I work like a cushy 9-to-5 job where it's like all my bills are paid. I really like have the stability that a lot of people crave, but I know in my heart that I crave like more. I crave like a creative, like huge creative passion and like travel and all this stuff and being able to like dive into myself. And I know that I'm cutting myself so short if I stay at this job, even though I love it and it is like a perfect job and everyone is so proud of me and I feel so validated in my intelligence and in like everything, that like I could make it to this dream job that so many people have. Like adults want this job that I have as a 23-year-old, and it is very validating, but it's not me. And I know I'd be cutting myself so short to stay here more than a few years just to like get my background. And I know that I am going to dive into my creative passions, but I feel like so many people lose that spark, lose the spark of their interests. They get comfortable when all their bills are paid by just like a bi-monthly check, and they can like see their family on the weekends or like have free time, and it's like really draining, but also like not as bad as like doing your own thing. But it's like you're not being fulfilled. I know you're not being fulfilled. If you are, great. I mean, like, to each their own. If that is your path and your dream and your goals, then like this video is not for you. But if you have bigger dreams, you have bigger goals, you have something that you want to do, freaking go for it. Especially if you're young. I mean, even if you're like older, like whatever, you might think you have things to lose, but really you don't have that much to lose. Like, what is the absolute worst thing that could happen? But anyways, it's just like so inspiring, like hearing about Pamela continually being like loving and creative, like all through her life, all through the toughest parts of her life, where she was literally like non-stop having to be like tugged in different directions. She was still putting time towards the things that she loves and being creative and like hosting these amazing parties. And obviously those take money, but like you could also do it on a budget. She obviously just like loved doing it, and like decorating her home in so like such a beautiful way. Even if it was like a trailer or like a mansion, she decorated it with the same care. And I feel like even I am guilty of this. I'm like, oh, this isn't like my dream home, I'm not gonna decorate it like with 100% effort or like put that much money into it. But it's like, no, you deserve and you need to put 100% effort into every single thing that like makes you happy or betters you, or like just everything that you can mentally and physically handle. Putting 100% in, you should, because it only benefits you in the end. It's only gonna benefit you. These eyebrows are so bad today, holy moly. Support your local coffee shops. And I feel like so many people, including, when I say so many people, I'm also talking about myself. Like, I'm not trying to come off condescending. I'm just like, you know, I'm not talking down to anyone. I am talking to myself. I'm literally talking to myself. I'm looking at myself right now, talking to myself. So anyways, I feel like people, also like just don't try because they're so scared of like, and I just recently am like getting out of this, or like starting to like take the right steps to avoid this, but afraid of showing like their friends and their family like their true selves. Because so many creative passions like need you to be free of every single person in your life's like beliefs on you, or like what they're predisposed whatever of you, like however they view you now isn't the real you, most likely. And you need to let go of how they view you at all, because that really frees you. That frees you to do whatever you want, to show up how you truly want to be in any single moment. You could change every single time they see you, and that could be you. And you shouldn't be afraid of constantly evolving, constantly changing. Like, who cares if you look like crazy to people, or you're like too weird, or putting too much effort, or trying too hard? The only people who say those things are below you. People who are actually above you, are on the same path as you, or have done the things that you want to do, will never ever shit on you for doing those things, being weird, being extra, caring too much. Like, they will never ever do that. So if anyone in your life is telling you like, oh, that's weird, like, oh, why are you doing that, maybe you shouldn't do that, do not listen to them, because their opinion literally doesn't matter. Keep doing you and keep pursuing what you love, and keep figuring out yourself, because we constantly change, and the only thing we can do is be connected to ourselves and dive deeper into ourselves and our interests. I've said that like 10 times, but that truly is like the meaning to life. I look like I fell asleep with like sunglasses on. Sometimes this happens with my contour, but today it's extra bad. While I've had all these amazing thoughts and like remembrances of like things that truly matter and like who I am and whatever through these books, I've also been battling like some pretty bad seasonal depression. I've never done this just on my phone, so pretty good, honestly. Actually, I'm just gonna go do this off camera, and then I'll be back when I do my eyeliner, because this is way too hard. All right, my makeup is really not slaying today, but anyways, I've been really battling like some seasonal depression, and usually it does not hit me that bad until like post New Year's, because I have like Halloween to look forward to, and then I have Thanksgiving to look forward to, and then I have Christmas to look forward to, and then New Year's to look forward to. And then after New Year's, it's like a month before my birthday. And so sometimes I can even stay strong till after my birthday. And last year, I truly stayed pretty strong until like after Valentine's Day, because I had like such big plans for Valentine's Day. And that was like such a good, whatever, like I was pretty happy. Like I could actually like be a person. But this year, I already feel so like degenerate. Like I literally cannot get out of bed in the morning. I'm so cold all the time. Like not eating lunches, like drinking coffee instead of eating lunches, and or like ramen noodles, and like not getting out of bed until literally the very last second. Like some days I literally like don't even set my alarm. I just pray. I wake up And that's bad because, again, I have like an office job. I can't just be showing up whenever, but I somehow always make it decently on time. And I just have like no motivation. Like at work, I'll be like listening to these audiobooks and I'm like reignited with passion. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so much I want to do. Like I feel so many, like so passionate about so many different creative pursuits in my life, and I like love all of them so equally, and I like want to pursue all of them, and I literally just can't get myself to do it. And I was doing it so well for a while and like making progress on all of them, but now it's like I literally like I feel like I just can't do anything. Like I'm not even like, I have a huge list in my notes app of like content ideas, so I'm like covered for times like this. Like I literally made it for times like this, but it's also kind of discouraging that like I for a long time was like every day adding like 10 to 20 content ideas to this list, and it was like TikTok, YouTube, like for my brands, like everything, like all these branches of me and my creativity I had ideas for every single day. And now it's like I literally have nothing. Like it's a good day if I have one thing to put on that list, which is fine. Like I literally made it for times like this, like prepping for times when I am uninspired and don't feel like doing anything. But the thing is, I don't feel like doing anything so much that I won't even do the content ideas that I already completely planned out. So it's like the list works, but it doesn't work that well. So I need like, I don't know. My makeup looks terrible today, holy moly. But yeah, it's just kind of discouraging. And I really battle with these two like really intense emotions every single day. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so inspired. Like I'm gonna do so much. I love my life. I love doing these things. Like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then like a few hours pass and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do anything. Like, I just want to go to bed for 20 hours and like eat nothing and die basically. And it's like, how am I supposed to find zen like this? But I'm trying to channel my inner girlhood, my inner childhood, and not just lay in bed all day. So these books probably have saved me from completely spiraling, but I still like, I just want the energy and I want to be warm and I want to do all these things at once. But like I literally said, like I can't, I don't know. It is nice though, because I at least feel inspired to do like one of my creative pursuits, you know, like usually it was like all every day. Like I wanted to do all of them every day, and I did do all of them every day, but now it's like, oh, I feel like doing this one today. Like, oh, I feel like updating my depop today. And it's like, okay, this is good. At least I can do this. You know, like today it was YouTube. I was like, I really just want to sit down and talk. So that's what I'm doing. And at least like I have that. At least I have this to like vent, I guess. Or just show up in some way, somewhere on the internet. Yeah, my makeup is not slaying. I know I've said that a few times and you're probably like, stop fucking talking about it. Like it's not that bad. The camera makes it a lot better. Let me tell you that. I didn't even contour my nose. Holy moly. Anyway, I have so much going on in the next few weeks. I'm literally gonna be traveling every weekend, and like I work 10 hours a day. Monday through Thursday, and Monday through Thursday, I work 7 to 6, or no, I work 8 to 6. And then Friday, I work 8 to noon. But then the next 3 weekends, I'm immediately leaving on Fridays and spending the entire weekend at my mom's, at my dad's, at my boyfriend's parents' house. Like we're bopping everywhere, and then I have doctor's appointments in the middle of that and hair appointments in the middle of that, and it's like, what is going on? Like, how am I supposed to just be a girly girl in this and like be myself and explore my passions like I've been talking about? Like I need time to just fucking sit and think and do little things and sketch and whatever, you know, like, and sleep, which I want to do so badly. whatever. I don't know. I just have like a million things going on at once. Wow, that was some bad lip liner. Yeah, I just have like a million things going on at once all the time. And I know that like a jack of all trades, master of none is real. But I really like am so passionate about all these different avenues. And I feel like I'd be like doing a disservice to myself to not at least put like the minimum effort every day of just like, oh my gosh, of just like keeping up with these things, you know, like I don't know. Like I really am so passionate about these things. So I try my best, and we're gonna continue trying our best. And if you relate to anything I've said in this video, please comment, because some days I literally feel crazy and alone. And other days, I don't know. It's just a toss-up. I have living people in my life. I'm not actually alone. Like, I have people to talk to, but it's just like I feel like I'm like, there's so much going on in my head, you know? It's like, I hope someone can relate to this, where it's like you have so many creative passions and like so much that you want to give the world, but then like, I don't know. You know, if you related to anything, please just comment. Talk to me. Anyway, I think I'm done. It's not my best work, but honestly not the worst either. Yeah, so I love you guys. Thanks for watching this shit show of me literally just having a therapy session and filming myself. I love you. And yeah, I'm gonna spew some links at ya, so be prepared. Have a little notepad, write this down, go to all these links afterwards, or go down in my description afterwards. Click through all of them, please. I would literally like fall in love with you and we can get married if you do all these. But yeah, check out my TikTok. I post on there at least every day, at least once a day, every day. I try to be really consistent on there and grow that. I also post on Instagram sometimes. Instagram is definitely my weak spot right now, so if you guys follow me, I will have to post more. So if you want to see some photos from me, follow me so I feel the peer pressure to post. Thanks. I also have a depop, a really successful depop, and you should go follow it. I have some cute things, so go follow it on Depop, go follow it on Instagram, and go follow it on TikTok. It's sweetheartbycyber on every single one of those. And also, my real clothing brand is savedbycyber, and I have my mood boards up on TikTok and Instagram and also Pinterest. So if you want to see the two different sides of me, my two different sides of my personality, go look at those, because they are different vibes completely. But it really does encapsulate like me in all forms. So at least one of them you will like. I guarantee it. Go follow those. Obviously, like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little notification bell if that's still a thing on here so you can see my face next time. Also, since I'm gonna be so busy, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to post that much for December, so if I don't see you before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. I hope it's amazing, and I hope you get everything on your wish list. And get everyone you love heartfelt presents from the bottom of your heart. Don't be a little wimp. Gift giving is the best form of dopamine, so go out there, give some presents, get some presents. Love everyone, okay? I love you. Bye.